Unfiltered Romance Nights, where we deep dive into books we can't stop talking about. We are your hosts, Colleen.
And I'm Marjorie. Tonight we will be chatting about The Good Girl Effect by Sara Cate. So, FYI, this is a spoiler episode. So, if you haven't read this book yet, hit pause, read the book, and then come back. So, before we I can't talk today. Before we dive into our thoughts, let's set the stage with the blurb so everyone's on the same page. Put
Oh,
your
Marjorie.
narrator on.
All right, let's do the blurb. Let's see if I can get through it all.
Probably.
Yeah. Jack St. Clair is desperate. A grieving single father, he buries himself in his work, running a brand new kink club in Paris. Instead of handling his grief, he's built a fortress around his heart, and it's time he hired someone to help take care of his daughter before things get worse. Camille Orbert?
I
I
don't
knew
know.
I was going to mess it up. Wasn't
She's
looking for a
French.
new job. She just wanted to return a lost love letter she found within the pages of a book. But when she's mistaken for a job candidate and hired as Jack's live in nanny, something tells her this is exactly where she needs to be. Shortly after arriving, Camille discovers a strange room in the apartment that sparks her curiosity and hints at a dark, mysterious side to Jack that she's desperate to uncover. The lines between professional and personal blur dangerously as the between them becomes impossible to ignore. She's drawn to the broken man who hides his grief in ropes and bondage, and she challenges him in ways he never thought possible. Caught between her growing feelings for Jack and the ghosts of his past, Camille must decide: can love heal a heart still grieving, or will their passion destroy them both?
It's
That
a mouthful.
sure
Uh,
was.
all right, so full disclosure to our listeners, if you haven't listened to our podcast before, we do not read blurbs before we pick up a book. We love going in blind, so the story
Mhm.
just unfolds unexpectedly. No, it's your turn.
Exactly, which makes it kind of funny because this is usually the first time we're hearing the blurb out loud. But we share it with you guys because we know a lot of readers check blurbs first. I'm not a blurb reader. I run right to the tropes to determine if I'm going to like it.
All right, so and since this is a romance podcast, we can't. What the fuck am I doing? I just can't talk today. Anyway, pardon me. It's been a hectic week. Okay, I'm a mess. We can't we can't skip the tropes. This book gave us single dad and nanny, forced proximity, sex club, second generation, rope play.
Basically, a book shopping list. You know the second you hear those tropes whether this book is going to vibe or not.
Mhm. So now that we've covered the blurbs and tropes, let's get into our first impressions. What did you think right after you read the book? Like, you have to say something. You can't just look at
I
me.
know, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. Um, Gosh, and I did not like it at all. I mean, in my opinion, it didn't kick into gear, and I mean first gear until about the 64%. So I could have taken a nap on this one.
Okay, I'm looking for my notes. Okay, so I I pushed through it. I had to push through it. I didn't want to DNF it because I felt like a couple of our book chats, I've been DNFing them just because I'm like I'm about that life. And usually I do. I'm very I'm pretty good at DNFing books because I was like I don't have time. Like I already met my goal this year, my reading goal, so I'm just like
Oh, I
read
thought you
whatever.
meant your DNF goal. I'm like, oh, it's it, no more.
Oh no, like I don't care about I'll DNF stuff. Like I'll DNF it without, putting things on my review page and all that stuff, and you won't see me doing that. But I pushed through it. I wish Jack had a different FMC. um, this is the one time I was like, I think I told you, and I was telling one of my book besties as well, like that. This is the one time I would like a friends to lovers trope because I usually don't like
Oh,
friends to
right,
lovers.
Phoenix,
But
yeah.
but yeah, that's the one of the this is the one book that I would have like. You know what? Let's just go to the friends to lovers trope because
Well,
I was
like,
like,
I you know what? I feel like Salacious Players Club was just so good. I mean, there were a couple issues with that I had with some of the books, but not in its entirety. It was a phenomenal series, and I expected something like that, and I felt almost like somebody else wrote this book.
yeah. Um, and I don't know too if there's a difference because it is a traditionally published versus Salacious Players Club started as an indie. Um, they're indie published. So, and we've kind of like touched base with this off off screen that there is a difference when a series starts out as indie and then all of a sudden it gets traditionally published and it's almost two different authors. I think the only one that stayed true, Rena Kent, is the one that stayed true. I know the God of Malice, they took out first two chapters, first chapter.
Mm,
I don't know, whatever.
yeah,
That
first chapter, I think.
I think first chapter. But if you go to the ebook, it's still there. It didn't
Right.
change. Um, to make it more, I guess, palatable for other people. But it's kind of like, well, even if you take that one chapter out, it's still like a fucking dark romance throughout.
Right.
Like,
Well, this
so
was this supposed to be a dark romance
no, no,
or
it's not.
just
It's supposed
yeah,
to be like,
okay.
yeah, and but it's kind of like just like saying like, oh, you start as a trad and then or indie and then traditional. I was just like, yeah. And we've talked about another author that you thought is kind of the same, almost like different, and I was just like, and I don't know if that's just to make it more marketable. Stupid bugs. But at the same time, it's like, well, those authors have built-in readers that are really fans, and usually, like, and if you also like market the cover the way it's supposed to like feel for the theme of the book, I think you'll find the right uh reader. So,
Because if you're trying to gear it towards a different audience or an additional audience, you might end up losing the people that were there. Like I've read um what was it called? 4 and 5 was by was that Sarah Kate and Rachel Lee?
yeah, 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 it
I've
is.
read those and spicy, good. Like, there was a lack of spice, I think,
Oh
in this
yeah, I
book.
think
It
this
was
one,
just
it's like for Salacious Legacy, and it's also this plot of it is built in the kink club.
yeah.
There's not a lot of spice in it. I mean,
No.
it's almost like um beginner BDSM, considering they all grew up in it, and all that stuff. Uh yeah. Okay, so we finished our first impression. I felt like we almost like did a thesis already. Let's dive deep into the nitty gritty of the book. Thoughts on Jack Sinclair?
Um, like you, he didn't annoy me as much as Camille. Um, I felt like his personality was fine, but I felt like we could have cut out some of that, what's that word? Like, there was a lot of time spent him not present. Do you know what I mean? Like, so a lot of this inner monologue, I feel like he could have interacted more, and he read a little bit weak to me.
Mm. Um, I couldn't like I think between Jack and Camille, I like Jack better, but he's not like he's fucking great. No, um, it's just I didn't get a lot of his point of view, so it's a lot harder to kind of judge. But I would say it's like the other one is more annoying than Jack. They're both annoying. Like that, I did not. They weren't the most enjoyable main characters, I guess.
No.
Um,
I didn't feel their chemistry whatsoever.
yes. And yeah, I wish there was a balance with both point of view. I don't remember if Salacious players have balanced point of view, which I feel like it did. I
I
think they
don't it
alternate.
must
I think
have.
they alternate because I would have. I like I it. I like you know both PO point of views because I was like it's like when I was reading it I was like when is Jack gonna show up? Besides like the prologue and then all of a sudden it's all fucking Camille and I'm like where is Jack?
Maybe
Like,
that's why we didn't like her, because we just had too much Camille time.
yeah, because then by the time Jack came into it and it's just like fucking finally there's Jack like uh, yes he was interacting with Camille but it I couldn't see his point of view, you know. All we got was like Camille's point of view of him, but in order to get to know the character, I feel like we needed more point of view of his character.
Yeah, because when we do hear from him, he's like, "Oh, I'm yearning for her." Not he didn't use those words. That's like an
Yeah,
old
yeah,
word, but
not really
I
like
don't feel it because I'm hearing about it halfway through, and
right. What
yeah,
there's no
build up.
like yeah, there's no built up of like how did he really feel about her? Like why would he keep telling her to shut the fuck up? Pretty much, like don't talk, like just nod, like or like write letters. It's like okay, like but he had a reason. But when we finally get into it, it's just like, holy shit, like took you long enough to like show up in the book. At that point, it's like, do I really even need your point of view at this point? Just like, nah, nah. Um, yeah.
Oh, so let's rip Camille apart.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm going through my notes. Sorry.
Oh, well, she was annoying as fuck.
Okay.
Nosy,
Yes.
nosy.
I Okay. So let me preface this that I like a soccer romance. Whether it's the FMC or the MMC is the stalker in the romance, or both of them are stalking each other. I love that. I live for that because it just makes it better when they finally figure out that how the fuck did they know all of this shit about them. It's like, and I don't know if it's just the writing in here, but it's like she was borderline creepy, not in a sexy way.
No.
And I felt like when she saw that picture and letter, she built up a fucking romance relationship between her and Jack based on that picture and that letter. And I was like, okay, look, I'm Delulu half of the time, okay? I live in a delusional world half of the time because that's just how I'm gonna survive my day to day. Like I'm gonna be Delulu. Homegirl over here push it to the like you know like here is like a funny Delulu way and this is where like she went up here where like holy shit you're delusional you should go get locked up. I'm
Right, and
sorry.
then all of a sudden
Like,
she's like, "Oh, I'm falling in love with him." I'm like, "Bitch, you don't even know him."
right and I'm like and the thing is like how the fuck did you fall in love with this asshole? Like again we didn't their interactions like pretty much him like saying shut the fuck up don't talk until they started writing letters, right? Like how the fuck did you get fall in love? You guys barely see each other because she kept calling him the ghost of the
Right.
house because all
Yeah.
you hear is like his footsteps. How did you fall in love? I could understand you falling in love with the daughter because you're around her and she's adorable. But again, it's like and I think for me also is like the reason I didn't like her as much is like she based her judgment of Jack based on that one letter
Mhm.
and that picture, the smiling picture of him. Girl, did you not remember? He's a widower. He's grieving the love of his life. You expect him to be like
I know.
happy,
Talk to
happy go
me.
lucky, right?
Who are you? And why would
Like,
I?
yeah,
If I'm
yeah,
not gonna talk to my best friends and family,
right.
I'm not
Like
talking to you.
you're the nanny, and I'm like, what? So I know I'm like, please, like, don't cancel me over this, but it's just like, again, I love a stalker romance, like a
No,
normal
this was creepy.
dark romance girly. But I don't think that Camille got written to where like it's cute and like, oh, it's like, like, yes, he's gonna fall in love with her. It's like, no, she's like the stalker that get locked up.
Yeah.
Like, that she's that kind of stalker that get locked up, not like falling in love. And I, again, like you said,
Yeah.
there's barely any chemistry.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. I mean, uh, not to say that some of the scenes where she was tied up, like, I was like,
These
"Oh,
are
okay." Like,
sexy.
I was feeling it in the moment, but
Hmm.
not from an emotional standpoint, from, like,
It's more of
any
just like
random person doing
physical,
those
yeah.
things together. Yeah, so
Okay.
no.
So, the relationship dynamic, I feel like we already gone through it. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. You guys can read it if you want to read it, because I mean, there's a bunch of 4-star, 5-star reviews in there. So
Yeah. I mean,
go
these are
go
our
look at those.
opinions, so
Yes,
don't come at us. This is just how we
again,
felt in the moment. We
it's
it doesn't say
subjective.
anything about how we feel about Sarah Kate because
Oh,
we
because
do
I
love
love
her.
her. I love Sarah Kate. She, like, again, um is it more like erotica romance? I guess she's in
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because it's BDSM. Like I said, I love the first gen series and perfection. Sure, did I have issues with the other books? They were not 5-star; they were 4 stars.
Yeah, but
But
still.
majority of the freaking series was, I loved the series, and I was so excited when she said we're gonna do second gen. I think I'm gonna have to say that this is one of those moments where we should have left Salacious Players Club as is. As much as we would have wanted to see the kids, I I'm okay, like, making up my own stories in my head, like, for them. It's one, like, and you know me, I love second gen, third gen series, like the babies,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those that I would like always ask, like, is there a second generation? And this is the first time I'm just like, because sometimes second generation usually surpasses the first gen. Like, sometimes, depending on who the author is, they surpass the parents, and I'm just like, oh, okay, it could get better. Not in this case.
Not for this book at
Not
least.
for this book. Um, favorite and least favorite character moments.
Okay. So nothing detrimental, but you and I talked through text, the one part where she oversteps with the ballet lessons.
Yes.
Okay, that pissed me off, and what really pissed me off is that not so much her, but him. Like, who I would have been like, "Whoa, slow down, lady. Who the hell are you to make decisions on my kid? You're just the nanny. You gotta run shit past me." Like, he just, like, blew it over, just like the ending got blown over. Like, "Yo, this girl had this photo and this letter from you, and you let her gaslight you
Right. Well, yeah, I
and
agree with
turn
that,
it
because
around."
I was like, where is it? Yeah. I had like a thing. Why is she making decisions for B regarding the ballet lessons? And he wasn't even like mad. Like, I think he wasn't even mad that B wanted to do dance lessons again, like ballet. He would have been like, if you asked me, I would have said yes.
Yeah, you just did what you wanted to
You just,
do after
yeah.
knowing her for a
And I
month.
think, right, like, I think for me, I would have been like, yeah, I would have been pissed as a mom. Like, you could have asked me, and I would have probably said yes, okay, because he's been like going through it. He's trying to change himself and be like, okay, I need to be more present. Like, my favorite was the Disneyland.
Oh, yes.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite, and also when Jack and Elizabeth talked. Like, actually
Yeah.
talk. Like,
Real
uh,
moments. Those
yeah,
were
those
real
like real
moments.
moments. Even when he's like his conversation with Phoenix, because he was best friends with Phoenix. Like those are, and that's what I said. It's like I feel like Jack and Phoenix would have been a good couple. Like she would have been, because I mean, B stayed with her for 6 months. Like she helped him out. Like I felt like it would have been, I don't know, it would have been a better. It's one of those moments where it's like I'm okay with the friends to lovers in this position. It's like, I could care less about Camille. Like,
That could, and it really could have been, if you were looking to go an emotional route, you really could have done that because she knew him so well, and
right.
it could have been such an emotional ride, and then like a sexual discovery. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. It was like it's one of those like, oh, this could have been like a thing, because like I said, they know each other. They work well together in the business as well, and she was one of those like she could call him out and he wouldn't, and he will listen. Like he listens more than I was like, and she was just like, um, and Camille was like, I didn't like when Jack got mad about when he found out the picture, and then Camille turned it around on him. It's
Yeah,
like,
he gaslit
you're,
his ass.
yeah, basically like saying it's like you're the one who hired me. And I'm like, girl, you had like 3 months or however how many months you've been living with them to tell him. But you wouldn't. You let him like fall, had feelings for you.
No, and so she grasping at straws. She's like, "Well, you never got over your wife, and you're always comparing us." I'm like, "Oh, low blow, lady, low blow."
And the thing is like in he wasn't like when you read his point of view, he wasn't even comparing them. He
I didn't
felt
get
guilt.
that vibe. Yeah.
I know he felt a little bit guilty because he's like, "Oh, am I supposed to be moving on?" Or he's like thinking, "It's like, wait, I didn't feel this way when it was Emmeline."
Yeah.
Like
So
there's a, so he wasn't like he didn't know. It's like, is it really like, is this how it's supposed to feel like, or it's just because of something new? Like
right.
he wasn't like comparing. He's more of like confused, conflicted. That is like, this is not how I felt before. Like, because with Emily, it's like almost like it's easy and stuff like that. And he wasn't. They weren't doing kinky shit. Yeah, like because he said like the role play, the bondage is his um coping mechanism for control after that's how he got better. And I was just like, that's why when I was like read that I was like, wait, when did he compare her?
Yeah.
I'm
It
like,
just
did I really skim through a lot of shit? Did I forget like that I
no. You
didn't see
didn't.
that?
You didn't.
And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like it's all in your head. Like again, she's fucking Delulu. So I was just like, that I didn't like that. It's like, and then how she told Elizabeth like, oh, my brother needs to grovel, and I'm like, grovel what? What is he supposed to be groveling about? Like,
No, she should not have taken her side. She should have been
but
like,
the thing is, like,
"Whoa."
but Elizabeth didn't know what was going on. She only got Camille's point of view.
She did tell her. She told her about the letter and everything.
Yeah, eventually, and then Elizabeth's like, okay, like,
I
yeah.
know, like, let's just brush that under the rug, creep.
I know. Um, yeah, I know. I feel like we're fucking ripping this apart.
Well, you can't love them all.
I know that's true.
If we were up here giving everything 4 and 5 stars, would anybody really want to listen? Unfortunately, this just didn't. Hey, and if there's a whole mass of people that love this book, I'm so happy for them.
Right. Please don't listen. Stop. Like abort. Do not listen anymore.
Seriously, this
if
is
you
not for
if you
you.
if you've gotten to this point, like our halfway mark,
It's
please
not gonna get
abort.
better.
It's just not gonna get better. Please abort. Because you're gonna like get mad at us and probably like messages like you're horrible. Like abort.
I'll respond to those messages then.
Oh, I mean, you will respond. I am not because
I
it's
will.
yeah. You're better at being nice. I'm just gonna be like.
I get passive aggressive. All right, whatever. Let's
Wait, hold on.
let's
If
not
your
say.
passive aggressive is still nice, my passive aggressive, you can fucking tell. Like, I'm just like, this lady's about to get out of the screen and like
I keep
smack
it
you.
business passive aggressive.
Right? Yeah, me. I'm like, nope, done that past that. Okay, so oh, here, this is gonna be fun. Overall thoughts regarding the whole story. Well, we did the overall thoughts. I guess the pacing and the ending.
Oh God, it was a sleep show. I mean, the first half, and I'm being generous by saying half, was miserable for me. I mean, I messaged you. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, and it kicked in at 64%. The ending, I didn't like it because I mean, it was cute. The whole idea of meeting at the train station, I'm pretty sure Conrad just did that. No, Belly just did that for Conrad on The Summer I Turned Pretty. She went after him, went to the train. Um, so the idea is a cute idea, just not with these two people.
Yeah. Okay. So pacing, I agree with you. Super slow. Because I was like, I thought I was gonna be able to finish it on Friday night. I pass out at like 40%, just like pass out. And I was like, I started it listening to it. It was a multicast. I thought I was gonna enjoy it because it was a multicast um thing. But because it's all Camille's point of view, I was just like, I'm out. Like this is not like this is not immersing me. Considering I think I oh yeah, because I just got done listening to Voracious
Oh,
finally reverse,
yeah.
and then I went into this. It's like no,
Night and day.
no, it's very night and day. And then again, I felt like yeah, 60-70%. It got kind of like it picked up a little bit, not really. Ending, I feel like that third act breakup was like, zoom. It's like we were racing to the end, and like,
He's hiding
boom, boom,
again,
boom,
and we're
boom.
just hearing from her.
Right? Yeah. So I was like, because remember, Give Me More, where they had like a third act breakup, while the other two were canoodling, and the one MMC is like working on itself. But at least we got all his
Yeah,
work
that's
on
true.
himself. We didn't see as much of the romantic side with the other two characters, which was I'm fine with that. Like because I did again, it's not one of my favorite uh book out of this. Or no, it's not one of my favorite plot twist or whatever in that book. But yeah, like in here, I felt like it was like 95% in when we did the breakup, and I'm like, because remember I was texting you, okay, I was like, I'm at 90%, and it's like, where's the fucking breakup? Because I know it's gonna come up. It's like it's ninety
Well, it was
percent. What?
predictable. We knew
Yeah,
it.
what? Right, it was the letter. He's gonna find, but it was like it's 90%. Like, what the fuck is going on?
It really wasn't a breakup because she didn't leave. Like, she was only leaving for the holiday.
Right? It
So
didn't
it's
even
like,
happen.
you couldn't leave without with each other for 2 days?
Right? Yeah,
You
she
should have
didn't even
taken
make
those 2
it.
days.
She didn't even make it like to
I know.
to wherever. Um, is there a plot twist?
I
Fuck
was
that.
just gonna
No.
say, what plot twist? I must have
Because we were
missed
like,
that one.
well, actually, early on, we figured it out early on what's gonna happen, right? Like the breakup, we figured out it was gonna be about that stupid picture letter. Thoughts on B?
Oh, she was so cute.
I
She
know,
was
I love
so
her.
cute.
She
She,
was.
all
I felt
she
like she stole this. She stole the show.
she did, and you know how I feel about kids in books.
Right? Yeah, but she was like adorable. Like I think she was at a young age. She knew like what's happening. Like obviously she knew that her mom was dead, but she kept like saying she went to sleep and stuff. But also the fact that she's so attuned to how Jack felt. Again, but like I kind of get where Jack is coming from. Like that's the love of your life. You didn't, you lost your partner pretty much and all that stuff, and then you're falling apart, kind of thing. Um, which is, I get that, like, it's everybody grieves a different way. So, but also at the same time, it's like, hey, you gotta get your shit together. You have a child. You got something. Um, and I also like understood, I, like with Elizabeth, I I was half and half, like kind of like, hey, he lost his wife. But when then you like, when they had that talk where like, not only did I lose my sister-in-law, I also lost you as a brother, which is
Yeah, I
understandable because
got
she's
that.
his. Like I
I had
got
no
that.
issues with her.
Yeah. But at least they kind of repaired their, I that's the, I enjoyed more like his relationships with the side characters than actually he's like, I could fucking care less about you guys' romance. I want you to like be, have that friendship with all these side characters because it's family.
Maybe if there were more Jack chapters early on and things were picked up a little bit quicker, this could have been a different read for me. Um,
I
but
think we didn't really see how attracted he was to her.
right,
We
I
didn't
didn't.
like, obviously she's obsessed.
He
Okay.
just said he was.
Yeah. Or like he was just like, oh, he's turned on. Obviously, we know that he's attracted if he's getting turned on, with that stuff. But like all the attraction we saw was like from her side. Because, again, she's obsessed. Um and what did you think about Julian?
I think he was a dick for sure, but I think he has the potential for a great book.
I think so too. I kind of wonder. I had because his when Jack was talking to Eden about his relationship, like why Jack is doing the things he did. I almost like felt like Jack is interested with. I mean, not Jack. Julian is interested with Jack, and that's why he's being a dick
Oh,
and being a
well,
shit stirrer. Like,
is that was that oh, you got that? I didn't get that. I just
that's
thought
kind of
like
like I because
I
like
think that's wishful thinking, Marjorie.
yeah, I know. Because it's like at this point, it's like, just give me something else besides
Something.
her. Like, no, but because it's like with the thing that says that Eden's like, you guys when you were kids weren't this way. It's like it's almost like when they were adult, that's when they kind of like butt
Yeah.
heads and all that
He
stuff. And
looked up to him allegedly.
allegedly, so I was like, okay, well, I have to see what his story is. I do want to see his. I do want to see Phoenix and Elizabeth's. But it's not like as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna read it. Probably not.
No, I mean, yeah. I
I mean, I
think
will collect the
Elizabeth
book.
will probably be FFM or
Yeah,
maybe just FF.
FF. Yeah, I mean, if Era Books continues this stuff, like the dust jacket stuff, with the paperback, then I will probably collect the books just because I like it. But that's just if they do it. Um,
Ugh.
uh, I like the Emerson and Charlie popping up. Like, I love that because hello, Emerson is my favorite. One of my Emerson's my
That was the
fave.
first
So
book?
yes,
No.
praise.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. Okay.
praise. Yes, he's the
Um
ex-boyfriend's dad.
what does the
um,
ex-boyfriend get a book?
yes, it's Bo. It's Mercy. It's a reverse book. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, they moved to somewhere else to, I think it's Arizona or something like that. They opened another one. I also love oh my god, Julian's mom. They showed I know Ronan was there, but they didn't like really had a lot of interaction with Ronan. They just said like, well, no, that they just said like, oh, that must be Ronan, like the one that's talking to Matisse, and I'm just like, why are we not like giving Ronan any dialogue? Why?
Maybe he's got dementia.
Because
No,
like, because what's his wife's name was there? Because when they had that Christmas party,
yes, at the
when
end, yeah.
Julian apologized to, oh, okay, so one of the things that pissed me off was, I was like Julian was being a shit stirrer and brought um Camille, and I was like, you're so obsessed with Jack, and yet you're getting turned on by Julian. And then in your head, you're like saying like, "Oh, it's not about Julian. It's about," it's like, girl, if you, that's the one thing. It's like if you are gonna have like a FMC that's so obsessed, she wouldn't be like feeling all these feelings around Julian.
She was obsessed with the idea of love, and I think anybody could have given it to her.
Right. And that's what I was like, we're doing this? We're gonna have a love triangle or what? Or something? Like, I was just like, what is happening? Why is she getting turned on? Why? And I don't know if it's like, it's the expectation of like when you say they're obsessed with each other. Because I mean, when we read romance book, when both FMC and the MMC are like in it, whether they hate each other or not, even if like the girl is like flirting with another person just to make the MMC jealous. When you read her point of view, he's like, I don't really even care about this douchebag, but like I'm having fun because he's getting jealous over there.
Yeah, yeah.
He's about to come up and like save me or whatever. But like she's doing it on purpose. But she's not like, oh my god, I'm like having feelings and like whatever. This one I was just like, I was like taken aback, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't think she could have done any good for us in this book, no matter what.
I don't know, but like no, that one, and then um, there was a that scene where, because she was so nosy that she followed Jack at the sex club, when she saw Jack in the room like petting the thing. I was like, oh, 50 Shades of Grey. Like I
Yeah.
was like,
See,
wait,
now at the end, he kicks her out. I think I would have, even though he was grieving, the wife died 2 years ago. I don't think it would have been too much if like he pushed her up against the wall and was more like, you don't know what you're asking for, you don't know what
right,
this
like
club's about, and
more,
like
yeah, more
something, some
more
heat, some
sexual
angst.
tension, like
Yeah.
like especially considering like yes he was kind of a dom or whatever, but I didn't get that much that thing, but like but he was more like, what the fuck is going on with my dog? I'm just like, expectations, I feel like we already set our expectations.
We already did, and it didn't meet it. I think because of Salacious Players Club, we had high hopes for it, but
Right, I think this is like
anywho,
a BDSM light. You know how like when people say mafia light, I'm like, no, there's no such thing as mafia light.
no,
It's like it's
there
either you're
shouldn't
mafia or
be.
you're not mafia.
No, right. Oh, book rating
Book
and
rating,
spice rating.
I did 3 for book rating. I think I did it 3 because of the side characters, like the him repairing the relationships, and just how his relationship with Phoenix and Elizabeth, like, and even like with Julian when they finally got together, like, hey, yeah, we kind of hate each other, but we're gonna work on this, and like the legacy, um, and then that speech that they had, like,
Yeah.
that one, I like that. So I like those portion. I think that's why I gave it a 3. Um, did it live up to my expectations? No, because no. Spice rating, I was like 2 for a kink sex club. It was barely any spice. I think they did most of it in that's upstairs room. They had like 1 or 2 scenes in the club, like one when it just first started, like before the renovation, and then after the renovation where it was just suspended being displayed. That's it. It wasn't like, yeah, okay.
Well, my rating was 2.5.
I guess I was the generous one today.
Yeah, I because I finished it, and like you said, it was the last after the 64% is where I could get through it without getting sleepy. Um Spice rating 2. Yeah, I'm with you on that one for sure.
The struggle was real to get through this book. I think I was like back and forth between you and my friend, and I was like, "Is this ever gonna get better?" Like I was asking my friend, and she's like, she's kind of like you, like I know how you are. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, takeaways from the book, emotional impact.
My emotional impact was like I'm pissed that I read this fucking book. I emotional one, like, okay, I like the emotional part where again the relationship between Elizabeth and Jack repaired. That one was like, um it wasn't like it made me cry, but it was like, oh, you guys at least are repairing it, like, because you guys were close, and then but now at least you guys understand each other where it's coming from, because even like Elizabeth's like, yeah, I should have been more, like, yes, I lost you a little bit, like I'm mad at that, but also in retrospect, you lost your wife, like I should have been more understanding, kind of thing, not just kind of like throw a fit or whatever. um yeah, because I felt like he should have, like, no matter how much he pushed, they should have helped more, because he had a they have a, there's a child involved. But yeah, I like that. Would I recommend this book? You guys can figure it out if I'm gonna recommend it or
I would recommend this book to someone, like you said, who's never read BDSM before and is intrigued. Like
not.
my friend down the street, Renee, I would probably say, "Oh yeah, yeah, read that. You might like it." Yep.
It's a start. Like, don't jump into Salacious Player the first gen, because then you're gonna be like, I feel like you're gonna be disappointed. At least this one's like, it's an entry level, and then you'll be like, because it doesn't matter if you read first gen or not. The story doesn't matter. Well, it's not that. Yeah, the story from the first gen doesn't matter in here because they're barely in it anyway. Um, and yeah, don't start if you haven't read Sarah Cate before, and if you made it through this this fun episode, um, if you've never read Sarah Kate and you're interested, yes, I would agree with Colleen and say read this first, and then if you're
Mhm.
interested with the first generation, then go back.
Yeah, it's
Because
okay
then
to do
you
that.
won't have like a lot of expectations.
Yeah.
So,
Let's
um,
see.
would you
Would
read
you
books
read?
from there? Yeah, I mean, I still would.
I'll. Do
I
we know
just,
already whose
I
book
just
is
wouldn't come
next?
running right away. Like every, like I wouldn't, like, as soon as she, publish, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I need to like read it.
Yeah.
No,
Whose book is next? Do we know?
no, I don't think so. Hold on, let me see. Let's see.
Just curious. Like if it was Julian,
No,
then
I don't think she wrote it because I think she's has to finish the other one, the one that you like.
oh, keep me
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
yes. Okay.
The next one
Okay.
is Promise Me, I think, and it's, yeah, that's the one that's coming up soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and there we go. That was traditionally published, and but was it written before?
No, Keep Me. Is it
Was it written
traditional?
before it was published? Like was it one of those indie and then, or was it just straight to publishing?
I think it's straight to is it traditionally
And there was
published?
nothing, that was a good book. There was
Yeah.
banter, there was that was good.
Yeah, I wonder if it makes me feel like there was so much hype into it. I wonder if it like there was pressure when she was writing this. Because it's like, like sometimes, like, when you announce like, oh, I'm gonna do second gen, people are gonna be like foaming at the mouth, and then be like, have that high expectation because they've read the first gen. Like, for example, Eva Winners, when she announced that she's gonna have a second gen, I was like equally excited and then kind of nervous, because I was like, okay, how are you gonna top all these parents? All the fucking parents are unhinged. Whether it's the male main characters, the female main character, they're all equally unhinged. How are you gonna top that? She did. I mean, like, she at least, I would say they were more emotional than than the first. book, the series, but also it's like it's different, like they're yeah, it's different overarching plot. And
Okay.
they're converging, like the second and the first generation series, because she's still writing the first generation. They're converging, like as far as the timeline, because there's one character in the second gen that's um gonna end up with one of the first gen characters.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's
age
like,
gap.
yeah, they're converging, like holy shit, like like their timeline is gonna converge. And I was like, oh, so technically, like, we're catching up to the now timeline of the second gen. Because I was like wondering, I was like, you haven't finished some of your first gen series. And then when she announced, and I was like,
Mm.
oh, we're converging, like this is gonna be awesome. So I still think that in my mind they're like in their 40s instead of they're in their 60s, because the female main characters are in their 40s, because when they started they were in their 20s, and the male main characters, they're all age gap, except, yeah, they're all age, majority of them are all age gap. So it's like, oh, like how did I think that the parents are like in the fathers are in their 40s? I was like, no, they're in their fucking 60s. That's why they're handing off the
Nah, and
reins.
they can be whatever you want them to be.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, yeah, kind of like, I need to finish Jagger Calls, because second gen is coming up next year, and I'm just like, ugh. I don't have a
Okay.
high expectation because they haven't like shown the kids really. So it's unlike in Eva Winners, the kids are running around. some, some of them. So like, the very well, actually, we can talk about that later. Anyway,
All
yeah.
right. Okay, so that wraps up our final thoughts on the good girl effect. But before we close, let's talk about what everyone's buzzing about in the book community this week.
All right. So
Well, not really.
I mean, not all of it, but like as a reminder, we end our book chat episode with a hot topic. This week is all about, okay. There's other hot topic, but I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Just because it's a fucking dumpster fire anyway. So you guys
Mhm.
can go to like TikTok and Threads and find out about that shit. And go there. But I think that there are some things that were talked about. Okay, it is like tagging authors on negative reviews. And okay, let's do that one first. Um,
I mean, it should go without saying. Why do I feel like we've talked about this before? And
but
it's like,
apparently, people needs to be reminded because
yeah, that's just like you are entitled to your bad review of something. Like, hello, we are not going to tag Sarah Kate in this because we don't want to hurt her feelings because we do like her books. This just, but we just don't do that. They're people and they have feelings.
yeah, so perfect example. So I think the reason that I did this, or I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, that's a good one. Um, so there was a review for Bryn Weaver's one of her books. I don't know which book, and Bryn responded saying, "Hey, please don't tag me on a negative review." That's it, because she screenshotted it, and person the person that tagged her responded and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. But like I like basically saying like she liked the books, some of it, the books, the part of the books, but then again, it's like the backhanded compliments. Like I still like it, there was funny, but then it's still like not for me kind of thing. It's like, and then
You didn't even
Brit,
need to write that, and I'm
right,
sorry
and then
would
so
suffice.
yeah, but then again, Bryn responded and be like, and I was like, well, reviews are for readers. I don't need to see that. Even if you complimented portion and then not compliment the other portion, I don't need to see it because I just don't want to see it. And then the person responded, it's like, oh, I was just kind of taken aback that your response is like sharp. And I was like, no, she wasn't. She's just like her. It was a one sentence originally, just says, please don't tag me on negative review. You decided to be like, give her a backhanded compliment. What did you expect? Like you could have just said, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm removing the tag. Could have ended at that.
This isn't like a Yelp review where you're writing about the business and then the business says, "We're so sorry to hear that. Here's 10% on your next visit."
Right. Yeah.
This is not
You
that.
don't have to like you don't have to read her. And it's just like and it's just not Bryn. I've seen other authors that keeps like reminding people, hey, please don't tag me on negative review. And then people are like saying it's like, you're so like you're in the wrong business. And I was like, no, they don't, they have their own readers that actually love their book. You're not their audience. Get the fuck out of here with that
They'll
one.
take
Like
their critiques from their
and that's I think what
beta
one of
readers, editors,
editors, yeah.
whatever.
That's what the editors are there for. You as a reader, you're not an editor. Your thesis about this book is not gonna matter. It's for the other readers to want to be like, oh, do I really want to read it or do I not want to read it? You know, like I mean, we both know. I always look at the reviews, especially the 1 star, 2 stars, especially if it's a new author to me, because I mean, I don't venture out for the authors that I really like. We all know this. I don't. Like you would see it in my reviews too, like my TikTok or my things. Like it's repetitive authors. Call me like what do you call that? There's a word for it. I'm not snobbish, but like yeah, I guess snobbish about other authors. But it's like I like what I like.
Right. That's what's key. As a reader, we find what we like. Not to say we can't test other things out, but
I'll try here and there. I mean, honestly, the book club box and the podcast is the ones where I venture out. Like, you know, the people that were interviewed, some of them I've never read before and I would read it because, you know, I want to know like and then we're interviewing them and all that stuff. So I'll try it. It's just like I know what I like. Like, you know, I stay to the authors I like. Yeah. But yeah, I think like I mean, even now, like I do 5 stars and 4 stars, especially when I'm arc reading, but I still don't tag the author. Some of these authors are like actually my friends, like on TikTok or on Instagram. We follow each other, so it's like they're gonna see it no matter what, whether I tag them or not.
yeah,
They're gonna
but they
see it,
wasn't brought to their forefront. I know,
right?
like I don't even do the books I DNF this month. Like I just
Yeah, I don't do that.
I don't know. It
'Cause
just
at one point, because those ones for some reason they get popular, and even then, it's gonna push it through the
I
authors.
know
It's
that would be
like
my
yeah, you're not even like tagging. So like perfect example, like like my newest video, it's gotten 700 views already. But it's not a review. It was just like an unboxing and all that stuff. And I was just like, no, this is weird. Like I usually don't get 700. It's like the biggest review, the biggest I have is usually 150, 200. It's my views are in that thing. So when I get a notification saying you've gotten up over 500 views, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. But you know, none of the authors usually see them. Like, uh, but yeah, even like my art reads, I don't tag the authors. Perfect example. So I arc read for Kylie Kent, and one of my favorite authors. It was a 5 star review. I didn't tag her, but she commented on it because it were friends. So even though I'm not tagging her, it's gonna pop up to her. And I was like, but I don't really say anything negative. When it's my favorite authors, it's all like, this is what happened. Like I don't. Yeah. But yeah, like just don't be an asshole. An asshole. Don't tag the authors because I. And then when you know when authors are putting boundaries, don't talk back. Just say it's like okay, I understand. Just end it with that. You don't need to like backhand compliment or then or say like they're being mean or they're being sensitive or other people go to threads and like make a big deal out of it. Like obviously the author's not making a big deal out of it until you make a big deal out of it. Then yeah, it's a back and forth thing. Now at the end of the day, you the reader are still gonna look like an asshole because you're the one who tagged the author on a negative review. It's not a dissertation. It's not we're not. in English class where we have to like do a book report for a grading. Like, come on now. Um, uh, and then, oh my gosh, stupid bug. It's annoying me. Um, there's one. Okay, so there's a creator, big, pretty decent big creator on Instagram. Uh, she gets a lot of publisher physical arcs, like the Elsie Silver ones. You know how like those are everybody like Elsie Silver is pretty big, and everybody loves Elsie Silver. Oh, she used Chat GPT to do the reviews, AI reviews, and I'm like, girl. So she got called out because two different character, like the characters that Chat GPT showed wasn't even what the book is, and it's a different series.
Oh
Like
shit.
it was still an Elsie Silver series, but it was like a different series than what she was that wasn't on the picture. And I'm like, what? So so she obviously she got called out. They were emailing publishers and stuff because I was like, okay, come on now. Like, yes, it's been a debate that PR companies, publishers are always just say like giving it to the same people over and over. And when they say like, oh, follower count doesn't matter, it's like obviously it does. Obviously it does.
Oh sure.
Like let's be real. Let's just be honest and be realistic. It does. The follower count matters because they get the most traction. Um and so this, I guess, because people were commenting, it's like, hey, wrong, wrong series, not the same character. Obviously, you didn't read it. Uh, and then they went through all our other physical arcs, and it was the same. They're all AI
Shit.
review. They were like not the same characters that what the book was for. And so she got called out. She got called out. She deleted some of them, like the previous ones. And then the one on Elsie Silver, she put an apology and says like, oh, her like apology was like, um I had a document and was just copy pasting on the document, and it was just like I didn't realize I messed it up. Well, so the update still not the same. It's still not the characters who the book is for.
Oh my god. See, well, this just goes to show
So and then
giving. No, go
she
ahead.
removed the comment. Like nobody can comment anymore. That it was still not the correct characters for
Oh.
what the book is for. And I was like, girl, just delete the whole fucking at this point, just delete the whole uh post.
Yeah, like I do understand PR companies wanting to send it to the people that have 50,000, 100,000, 200, whatever the case is, because that's going to get the book out the most. I can respect that. But now those people may be getting inundated with all these arcs. They don't have time to read, but they don't want to lose the free books, so they cheat the system.
Yeah. Until
And
they
that
get
doesn't help.
caught.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at least okay, one of the things that I would have done, at least go to Goodreads. Read the fucking blurb in the back of the book, who the characters are, go to Goodreads and be like, okay, so this is the story. I can finagle it. Because like actually people went to Chat GPT and then inputted that, give me a review word per word. Like she copied what was on that Chat GPT
Damn.
transcript
So
and
you
just posted
lied
it.
on
It was
top
the
of
same.
it.
So yeah, it's like it's the same. And then like saying it's like no, I have it on my document. It's like no, because like even like the your updated one, still not the characters that who's the book is for. So yeah, because she kept like saying it's like I read all the books that I get. Obviously not.
Right.
I mean,
Oh
because
my
I mean,
god.
what are you gonna say when you get called out like that? Like at that point, I would just like remove my whole fucking Instagram. It's just like change it. Um, but yeah, I mean, oh, and then on top of that, like while we're talking about arcs, I saw somebody. It's like nothing wrong with getting hurt. I get butt hurt. I would tell you that, but also I wouldn't post my feelings on internet. I would go to you and be like, I'm fucking
Sure, that's what
pissed.
friends are for.
Right,
Oh, that's a song.
like I'm texting you like I have my feelings. I'm in my feelings. Like
Yeah, get
I
it
got hurt.
out to
Yeah.
one person, not millions.
Right. So but then I wouldn't but that's why I don't sign up for arcs anymore unless I know I'm gonna get it. Like I can kind of like tell when I know I'm gonna get it, then I'll sign up for it. But I don't sign up for it anymore. Um but I will always text you like, "Hey, I'm in my feelings. I'm pissed." And then, we do the same thing because you do the same things. Like you'll be like, "I'm pissed" or whatever, right? And
I don't sign up for ARCs anymore because I say to myself, "You know what? I'd rather them get the page count or my money." Whether it's through my Kindle Unlimited or through me purchasing the physical copy.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I do. But yeah, I don't like really don't sign up for it. But also, like, we are getting arcs for. Let's preface it that like the authors that we interview, um, specifically Valentine PR authors, um, which is majority of the ones that we've been interviewing are Valentine PR authors. Yeah, we get the arcs for it because we do read it. We do read the books. Um, we might not have the biggest followers, but we actually work hard for to get to where we're at now. Like we fucking work hard for that shit. Let me tell you how many like last year and then the year before that, I was signing up constantly with Valentine PR before I would get all of the and I never I mean I would still to this day I would still get denied here and there. And it's usually like my favorite authors that I'm consistently reading. You know this. Like it's usually the authors that I'm consistently reading and I'm still getting denied. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm in my feelings sometimes, so I don't sign up for it. But guess what? Because it's my favorite author, I'm still gonna read it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, but I don't like I'm not saying that your feelings are not valid. They are, but we don't need to post it on the internet. And then, you know, people start kind of like vague bad mouthing the PR company.
Oh, does this yeah, I know. And you know what? If you don't have a friend, like a real I don't wanna say real friend, like a in-person friend to vent to, DM one of your book talk buddies, you know? Simple fix because you just sound like we've covered this topic. You sound entitled and you are entitled to nothing.
Right, exactly. Like nobody's entitled to arts because like I think it goes back to like if you really are a fan of the author, wait for the release day and read it. But we know there are some people that are fucking petty as fuck about that shit. Petty, petty, petty. I mean, although I would
Yeah.
say like with when did we start interviewing Valentine PR authors? Was it this year or last year? This year, right? It's just this year.
I think this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's this year. We've only what? Yes, we get the ER, but as far as actual package, we've only gotten two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not like we need more. I'm like no, like I don't care. Like I'm like I like the authors that we've been interviewing, kind of thing. So I was just like, I'm actually like, when we actually receive when they tell us like, oh, you guys are actually getting a package, and I'm like, oh, I
I
mean,
know. We're like,
we're like,
"Yay!"
oh, yay! Like we're so excited, but also it's like, we're not like doing this to get the free stuff, right? Like it's just one of those like we've been trying to get these authors and we couldn't get, and then now we're getting them through you. Like, it's more of it's just the interview. It's not even about the actual, like again, I'm very um I appreciate when we get stuff, but
Oh, yeah.
I
Maybe, yeah, focus on that. Not you, but, like, people.
it's better when you're actually it's like, oh gosh, like, I'm finally getting something, like, oh, I'm with the cool kids, but it's not my um it's is that the reason why I started Bookstagram? or
Yeah.
book
Well,
talk.
case
It's
in
not
point,
written.
the person likely gets too many PR packages and she had to cheat her way.
Exactly. Now she's like getting called out, and her
God, that
information.
sucks, man.
Well, so like somebody screenshotted them, their post and all that stuff, and actually emailed the PR company. And you know that they would have like PR companies would like actually figure out who's who, because you're sending when you sign up for stuff, you always have to link your social media account. So
Damn.
yeah, I know. So it's like, come on now, people. It's like there's other ways to like fake review. I mean, I'm not saying like fake review shit. Okay, like that's not what I'm saying. It's like if you want to actually cheat, at least go to the fucking Goodreads. And find review. And the fact that you didn't even check what it is about. Like you didn't even double check. Like literally the book is in there. You took a picture of it. You didn't even read the blurb in the back for who the
God.
characters are. Like,
Hmm.
oh, see this is
Anyway, wild.
well, yeah, people are wild, but I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the hot topics this week. I think
It's
that we've had a
actually
heavy week, and I think we just hopefully made you laugh. um,
I mean the
that
beginning of this was like a shit show.
I know. Well, we got through it. But
Oh.
that brings us to the end of the episode. Thanks for listening, and be sure to follow us on our socials and make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on our new episodes. If you have any authors you would like to see on our podcast, you can send us a DM on Instagram. That's all. See you next time.
Until next time, keep your books spicy and your nights